All right, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're not here to review a diet or say if it works. Instead, we're going to deconstruct its sales pitch. We're going to walk through the marketing for this 21-day weight loss program and see exactly how they make their case to someone like you.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The whole thing kicks off with this headline. I mean, talk about a powerful promise right up front. They're hitting all the right notes. It's delicious, it's easy, it's fast, and hey, it's not just about weight loss, it's about energy and incredible health.
And then, right at the heart of the whole program, you get this number. They present it all by itself, and for good reason. It's super specific, it's easy to remember, and it represents
The hook. 21 days. You know, psychologically, that's just the perfect amount of time, isn't it? It feels long enough to actually make a difference, but it's short enough that it doesn't feel like this huge, scary commitment. It immediately suggests that a total transformation is not only possible, but it's just around the corner.
So that brings us to our first big idea here, the 21-day promise. Let's break down exactly what this program claims it can deliver in just 3 short weeks.
Now, what's really interesting here is just how many benefits they list. This is a super strategic move. It goes way beyond just the number on the scale. They're promising more energy, clearer skin, even better sleep and sharper thinking. This whole thing is designed to frame the program not just as a diet, but as a total life overhaul. It appeals to way more desires than just losing a few pounds.
Of course, if you're going to make big promises, you need some big proof. And that brings us to the next really critical part, the stories of success. This is all about using what marketers call social proof to make all those promises feel real and, most importantly, achievable for you.
So the first testimonial they hit you with is designed for maximum impact. It's a really impressive result in a super short amount of time, but the key thing here isn't just how fast it happened. It's that specific number.
8 pounds. See, using a specific number like this is a classic persuasion tactic. It's not just a vague, I lost some weight. It's a solid, memorable piece of data that makes the claim feel so much more real. It really sets a high bar for what a customer might expect.
Okay, now this next one from Sarah in Tulsa, it shifts the focus away from just the numbers and more towards emotion and how you feel. Notice how she puts diet in quotes and calls it a life overhaul? That's deliberate. It reframes the whole program as a positive lifestyle change, not some restrictive chore you have to suffer through.
And here we have a story from Jade that targets a really specific and, let's be honest, super relatable frustration. Mentioning love handles is so effective because it makes the result personal. It creates this really clear picture for anyone who might have that same insecurity. So the takeaway here is that the testimonials they show you cover a massive range of results. Everything from those quick little wins to these huge long-term transformations. Now, it is important to point out, the source material does include a disclaimer with every story, basically saying that your own results might be different.
All of this naturally leads you to wonder, okay, what's the trick? What's the unique mechanism, the so-called secret sauce, that's supposed to be driving all these results?
And this is pretty clever. They anticipate your skepticism head-on. They ask the exact question you're probably already thinking. That's a classic technique to build trust because they're about to control the narrative by answering their own question.
And here's the answer they provide. The big selling point isn't just the recipes themselves, it's the structure. They really emphasize that this is a custom schedule with a specific sequence and frequency. All of that language is meant to make it sound methodical, almost scientific.
And this slide just builds on that idea. It explains the logic behind the schedule, suggesting that by changing up the nutrient ratios, you can keep the weight loss from hitting a plateau. It just adds another layer of scientific-sounding credibility to the whole pitch.
So, they've sold you on the promise and the secret system. Now they pivot to showing you exactly what you get for your money. Let's break down what's actually in the box.
The main package is broken down into these 4 pieces. You get the program, the recipes, the shopping lists, and a prep guide. Notice how this is set up to solve every possible problem you might have. From what to eat, to how to buy the ingredients, to how to actually make it. It's presented as a complete, foolproof system that takes all the guesswork out of it for you.
To make the deal even sweeter, they throw in a bonus. This 3-day detox is framed as a way to clear out the cobwebs and prep your body. It offers that powerful promise of seeing instant results before you even start the main program. And then there's a second bonus, the Quick Start Guide. This one is all about speed and convenience. It's a short, printable version for anyone who wants to just skip the reading and jump right into the action.
And finally, we get to what is maybe the most important part of any sales pitch: removing the risk. Let's take a look at the guarantees and, of course, the all-important fine print.
Now, this slide is fascinating because it puts two very powerful and kind of contradictory statements right next to each other. On the left, you've got this super strong, no-hassle 60-day money-back guarantee. It's designed to make you feel like there's zero risk. But then on the right, you have the legally required FTC disclaimer, which pretty much says that those amazing results in the testimonials are not typical, and that most people who buy these things don't get any results because they don't follow through. And that really brings us to the end of our deconstruction. The source material makes a really compelling case, trying to position this product as a complete life transformation system. So the final and most important question is left for you to decide. Is it that? Or is it a collection of recipes with some seriously powerful marketing? Based on the pitch we've just walked through, the conclusion is all yours.